Welcome to this series of short videos on the Secure Pork Supply Plan. They are intended to supplement the information found at the website securepork.org. My name is Dave Wright, and I'm the Minnesota coordinator for this project. This video will focus on foot and mouth disease. Foot and mouth disease is the most contagious disease of animals. It's one of the vesicular diseases, or the diseases that cause blisters. It affects not only pigs, but all cloven-hooved animals, including sheep and cattle. Pigs are unique. They rarely get infected by aerosol, but if they're infected, they can shed a tremendous number of virus particles that potentially could infect other animals. The clinical signs are quite variable from species to species, but consistently they have blisters and vesicles. Foot and mouth disease was eradicated from the United States in 1929, but it's still found in more than 2/3 of the world, including South America, China, Africa, the Middle East. Most recently, there have been new outbreaks in South Korea, Morocco, Colombia, and South Africa, but currently it's not found in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Foot and mouth disease primarily demonstrates itself with vesicles and blisters and painful erosions. You might see excessive salivation and lameness, fever. The morbidity is 100%. It's a very infectious virus, but mortality, surprisingly, is often quite low. But once they develop the disease, they often never come back to full production. And of course, trade restrictions and loss of production will be two of the costly features of this foot and mouth disease. What you'll find primarily are vesicles on the nose. You can see this blister on this nose right here. That will often turn into an erosion that will look something like this. And here's a situation where there is both vesicles and erosions on the snout. Lameness is a common problem. You might find lots of pigs in a pen that are developing lameness. You're looking particularly for areas right around the coronary band, and you might find it on the heel or the foot pad. Now you look at this and you might think, well, this is just a slat lesion. But if you've got 30% of the pigs that are lame, it probably is not a slat lesion unless you've got some broken part of your facility. Another characteristic about foot and mouth disease virus is that there are multiple serotypes, and this makes it a challenge for trying to design a vaccine, similarly to influenza vaccines. So there is a vaccine bank that is in the process of being developed, but the vaccine producers will have to anticipate what type of serotype is involved. Foot and mouth disease transmission has an incubation period of 1 to 14 days. It's shed in all the excretions of the pig. It can be passed by aerosol by great distances. The virus is durable. It can survive outside the host for quite some time, and it can survive a transocean journey, as has been demonstrated by Dr. D and others. And it can be found in uncooked meat and meat products. One of the big problems is that this is easily confused with Seneca Valley virus, or Seneca virus A. The clinical signs are indistinguishable from foot and mouth disease, and we have to assume that it's foot and mouth disease until a diagnosis confirms that it is not. It's been an endemic disease in the United States and is present in pigs since the 1980s, but there have been a series of clinical outbreaks that some of you are probably quite familiar with since 2015. It's been an excellent exercise to prepare the industry for the possibility of a foreign animal disease, but there is a worry that there's some complacency, and if you see blisters and you think, oh, it probably is just Seneca virus, I'm not going to worry about it, that is not the approach that you should take. So remember to report any animals with blisters, and there are a wide variety of blisters of viruses that present with blisters. Only a specially trained veterinarian can make a diagnosis, and it has to be with laboratory tests, and it will be done with a foreign animal disease diagnostician. Veterinarians get really nervous when they see blisters, and so should producers. I'd like to thank these individuals for providing the information for this video. And this series of videos has been produced with the help of the Minnesota Board of Animal Health and the University of Minnesota Swine Extension staff. Thank you for your interest in the Secure Pork Supply.